Focal TV, the best online platform in broadcasting. Focal TV, located at Topo Village, Somalia Drive, Liberia. Be the part and experience the best in online broadcasting. Keep Focal.
Pleasant good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are watching us from live. This is Focal Online TV. We are broadcasting within the Topo Village community along the Japanese Highway. This morning, I'm officially welcoming you to the delayed edition of Inside the Print Media here on Monday. Today is August 7th, 2023. So before we begin our news presentation, stay positive and good things will happen. Just a word for someone who is about to go on their businesses for today. Stay positive and good things will happen. So this morning, welcome to Focal Online TV and welcome to the daily edition of Inside the Print Media. I am your presenter on the daily edition of Inside the Print Media, and my name is Christina Sipar. I'm here with my co-presenter this morning. His name is Lyndon Topa. It's my co-presenter here on the daily edition of Inside the Print Media. So this morning, we acknowledge all the viewers who are watching us live from in Liberia here and that of the diaspora. We say thanks for watching and please stay with us, please. So we look at our daily revision of newspapers here today. We have the New Down newspaper. We have the Front Page Africa newspaper. We have the Daily 7 newspaper and we have our international sources for today. So let's take a short break. When we get back, we proceed with our news, headlines, and details. Thanks for watching. Please stay with me, please.
Focal TV. Bringing you innovation to broadcasting, news, views, comments, and analysis of issues happening in Liberia and the rest of the world. Focal TV, with check and balance, we bring it as it unfolds. Focal TV, bringing you face to
issue. Welcome back, folks, to another daily edition of Inside Open Media. Today is Monday, August 7th, 2023, and I'm saying happy new week to all of our librarians out there. And if you are not here, you are in the diaspora, we say happy new week to you as you will begin or as you have begun another new week. So this morning we look from our source, the New Dawn newspaper. And firstly, we're going to be looking at the headlines about the New Dawn newspaper and the news in detail. So, the New Dawn newspaper headlines: CDC condemns supporters for parading with a casket bearing an opposition image. The campaign team of ruling Coalition for Democratic Change, CDC, has strongly condemned the act of its supporters parading the street with a coffin bearing photos of opposition leader Ambassador Joseph Boakai. The CDC campaign team issued the condemnation minutes after its support paraded with the coffin on the first day of the campaign on Saturday, 5 August 2023. We can't allow people to injure this peace. The president has asked me to rebuke those Liberians and ask them to refrain from all forms of violence. CDC Secretary General and Monrovia City Mayor Jefferson Koji said, "We can't win these elections by injuring the peace. We can't win these elections by injuring the peace. We call on those young patriotic citizens to refrain from any act that will spark up violence, he added. Koji said the action of some young CDC partisans and supporters to have paraded the principal streets of Monrovia with coffins bearing Barker's image was uncalled for and totally out of order. He said that it did not represent the character of the founder of the CDC, incumbent President George Manning. We want to frown at the decision of our partisans who took to the street parading with coffins carrying photos of the senior burial of the opposition United Party, Ambassador Joseph Yuan Waka. This is totally uncalled for and out of order, Koji said. Koji said, and he suggested that the CDC has no intention to injure the peace that everyone is enjoying today. Our biggest competitors in these elections are the Liberian people. We are competing to change their living conditions. We are competing to bring better and affordable healthcare system and to improve the education sector, said Fuji. The CDC Secretary General explained that he had been asked to encourage supporters never to get involved in acts of violence. According to him, the CDC is a party that believes in peace, noting that it won't tolerate any of its partisans and supporters causing chaos, especially during the campaign periods. Maritime Commissioner Len Eugene Nangwe said the act carried out by CDC supporters was unacceptable. Sorry. According to him, the Riyadh Theater 2023 campaign committee recommits itself to the conduct of an issue-based campaign that emphasizes the exceptional record of development and good governance of President Weah. Mr. Nangwe stressed the importance of maintaining a peaceful, democratic environment. This action is unacceptable and does not represent the set of activities that have been envisioned to characterize this crucial democratic exercise, said Mr. Napri. This is how we turn over to Lindong Toba, who will briefly bring to us information as it relates to our news for today, the headlines and news and details as it relates to front page Africa news.
Thank you, Griffin and Sipa, for such a beautiful coordination. From Page Africa, in Cuban, we are ready to face off against continued eye his presidency. In Cuban, we are ready to face off against continued eye his presidency. In the in the other.
Thank you, Kaylin Dontopa, for giving us information this morning as it relates to front page Africa. So we resume from the New Down newspaper headlines and details. Ellen warns NEC over elections. Ellen warns NEC over elections. Former President Ellen Johnson Sirleaf has reminded the National Election Commission NEC that it owes a sacred duty to Liberia and its people, urging it to conduct a free, fair, transparent, and credible election. Also, we want the Elections Commission, especially the men and women on that commission, to know that they have a sacred duty to our country and its people, to make sure that the process is able everyone to have a freedom of choice, said Meshwit Salih at the opening of a peace dialogue at the ministerial complex in Oldest Congo Town Friday, 4 August 2023. Meshwit Salih said she wants to see a process that is free and fair as the Constitution calls for. The dialogue was organized under the auspices of the Lima Bowie Peace Foundation Africa in collaboration with the Ellen Johnson Sirleaf Presidential Center for Women and Development, Madrid, and the African Women Development Fund, AWDF, for women leaders and aspirants. We also want everyone to feel safe to go to the polls and cast their ballot in accordance with their heart and conscience, she noted. Throughout Liberia history, she said, women have made a difference, adding that the gathering over the weekend sent a message once again for women to come together to demand change in some things. We want to see a Liberia where our children grow up with a singular purpose of seeking their education and safety in a common environment, she indicated. She continued that Liberians are approaching a very important event and that it is to choose their leaders. Former President Sirleaf stated that it is a constitutional duty that each of the women has as a responsibility, reminding them that they will have to live with what they choose. The program, according to the former president, is meant mainly to be informative on what the process is like based upon peace and civility to respect each other. She encouraged him to be able to talk without getting into things that lead to unfair expression and tension in society. Also making opening remarks, Madam Lima Bowie said the gathering of women was a conversation that was primarily meant for women as parents and leaders. We are hopeful that we can all talk about where we find ourselves as a nation. This is how we close up on the newspaper from Page Africa. We now proceed with the Daily Observer newspaper. Bowie Salif says October 10 elections are critical for peace. This particular headline is under the newspaper. We encourage you to please get yourself acquainted with all of this information relating to our country, especially now that we are going through these crucial moments in our electoral process. Bowie Salif says October 10 elections are critical for peace. Lima Bowie, a Liberian Nobel Peace Prize, has said that the October 10 rules have a pivotal role in ensuring the stability and progress of the nation. Bowie, who played a very instrumental role in ending the Second Liberian Civil War and promoting women's rights, carries substantial weight given her extensive experience in fostering peace, reconciliation, and social change. It is not by accident that we are having elections. Exactly 20 years after the signing of the comprehensive agreement in Ghana, where we said 20 years ago, around this time, we were all wondering and debating our news, wondering what the future of Liberia would be after election. There are many nations that have gone to war, There are many nations that have been at war for decades, and they can find their way. Bowie's commitment to Liberia's development and her advocacy for a better future have made her a respected and influential voice both at home and on the global stage. She made these remarks on August 4th at the Liberian Women's Peace Summit towards peaceful 2023 elections, organized by the Women's Peace Foundation Africa in collaboration with the Ellen Johnson Sirleaf Presidential Center for Women and Development. According to her, the Liberian Women's Peace Summit, LWPS, will provide structural consultations for Liberian women to gather, discuss critical issues for peaceful elections in 2023, and articulate a position statement for public release. She said, our goal is to provide a cross segment of Liberian women with the peace to consult, reflect, and strategize pathways to ensuring peace elections in 2023. But we stress that while recognizing the need for women to be actively engaged in politics and all political processes, it is also incumbent upon them to show leadership during the process by engaging constructively and peacefully across party lines. The piece she added is critical because violence in any shape or form will adversely impact women the most. This is a joining, but I would like to thank Madam Ellen Johnson Sirleaf for agreeing with me. We felt that this was the right time for us to be outside speaking about peace and the need for us to sustain the peace. Bowie also revealed that at the summit, they will identify key issues affecting peaceful elections and women's participation, as well as the Liberian Women's Manifesto for Peace in Liberia. We are hoping that after we have put the manifesto out in every local language and on the community radio, people will hear that these are some of the things that women of Liberia want to see happen in terms of peace, she said. For her part, former President Ellen Johnson Sirleaf told women at the forum that the National Election Commission has a full responsibility to ensure that Liberians vote for their respective choice. This is how we close down on the first headline and details as it relates to the Daily Observer newspaper. We now proceed with another headline and details under the Daily Observer newspaper. JFK Medical Center resumes corneal transplant. JFK Medical Center resumes corneal transplant. The Liberian Art Center at the John F. Kennedy JFK Medical Center has announced the resumption of corneal transplant procedures. The announcement comes on the heels of the center's recent accomplishment of 5 successful surgeries, marking a remarkable advancement in Liberia's Olympic healthcare landscape. One of the 5 patients came from the Gambia, with the rest being Liberians. The surgeries were performed by a medical team led by Shanicia, a visiting ophthalmologist who worked with LV Prasad Eye Institute in India. The team worked for hours to ensure the success of the surgeries, which has made possible by the state-of-the-art equipment at the JFK Eye Center run by LV Prasad Eye Institute of India. Sneh, who is a renowned surgeon, noted that Prasad would continue to support the JFK Eye Center as the resumption of corneal transplant surgery is here to stay. IKS now noted it is very important as such. Pazar will continue to send a surgeon every 3 months to ensure that the service is maintained and operational. The cornea is a very important and any damage to it can result in vision impairment of even blindness. Due to the advancement in technology, transplants have become safe and easier to perform Snare added. People in Liberia must take advantage of this because this is one of the best surgeries with a very good outcome. Corneal transplant surgery, which started in Liberia in 2017, come to a halt as a result of coronavirus. The corneal, which is the clear front surface of the eye, plays a pivotal role in focusing light and transmitting visual information to the retina. Any damage of it can result in vision impairment or even blindness. Transplantation, which is the most safer or safer procedure to replace a damaged cornea, has long been a challenge in West Africa due to limited access to advanced eye care service. According to Dr. Najan Fahir, an ophthalmologist at the Liberia Eye Center, the resumption of the transplant holds tremendous promise for those afflicted with corneal blindness, a condition that severely impacts visual acuity and quality of life. This kind of surgery is hard to perform, and there are not many hospitals in a sub-region that have the capacity to do such. But here at JFK Eye Center, we have the capacity to do such and do much for local and international patients at an affordable cost. The Eye Center, Parry noted, is working tirelessly to improve medical service and provide innovative treatment for eye disease and will continue to do so no matter the situation. According to Snare, corneal is not just about transplant but other corneal diseases. Snare noted that she has examined 70 patients with different eye diseases in the country with only 3 or 4 persons needing transplants. The JFK Eye Center is leading provider of eye care services in the country and only offers advanced surgery procedure. So this is how we close down on our local news within Liberia. We will take a short break. When we get back, we proceed with our international news. We apologize for the delay in our broadcast this morning due to some technical reason again we are facing here in studio. But thanks to our technical team who is always available to help us resolve the issues promptly. So we will notify our viewers shortly. We are seeing Edwin Kwekwe Dombe Jr. Sorry if I did not pronounce your name correctly. He's following. And for my year, I'm watching you live from Jenny, Liberia Town, Grand Cape Mount County. Wow. Thanks for following us. Thanks for watching. This is Focal Online TV, the daily edition of Inside the Print Media. Inside the Print Media is being run here from Monday to Friday at 10 a.m. to 10:45 p.m. We encourage you to please share our live stream wherever you are. Share our live stream, sometimes invite someone, and give your comments in our comment section so that together we can improve our brand and bring the quality information to the people. Because remember, with Focal Online TV, we bring innovation to broadcasting. Thanks for watching. I will be right back shortly. Let's take a short break. When we get back with our international news for today. I appreciate your effort. Thanks so much for watching.
Focal TV. Bringing you innovation to broadcasting, news, views, comments, and analysis of issues happening in Liberia and the rest of the world. Focal TV, with check and balance, we break it as it unfolds. Focal TV, bringing you face to face with newsmakers in town. Focal TV, the best online platform in broadcasting. Focal TV, located at Topo Village, Somalia Drive, Liberia. Be the part and experience the best in online broadcasting. Keep Focal. Focal TV. bringing you innovation to broadcasting, news, views, comments, and analysis of issues happening in Liberia and the rest of the world. For God TV, with check and balance, we break it as it unfolds. For God TV, bringing you face to face with newsmakers in town. For God TV, the best online platform in broadcasting. For God TV, located at Topo Village, Somalia Drive, Liberia. Be the part and experience the best in online broadcasting. Keep. Focal TV, bringing you innovation to broadcasting, news, views, comments, and analysis of issues happening in Liberia and the rest of the world. Focal TV, with check and balance, we break it as it unfolds. Focal TV, bringing you face to face with newsmakers in town. Focal TV, the best online platform in broadcasting. Focal TV, located at Topo Village, Somalia Drive, Liberia. Be the part and experience the best in online broadcasting. Keep Focal. Focal TV, bringing you innovation to broadcasting, news, views, comments, and analysis of issues happening in Liberia and the rest of the world. Focal TV, with check and balance, we break it as it unfolds. Focal TV, bringing you face to face with newsmakers in town. Focal TV, the best online platform in broadcasting. Focal TV, located at Topo Village, Somalia Drive, Liberia. Be the part and experience the best in online broadcasting. Keep Focal. Focal TV, bringing you innovation to broadcasting, news, views, comments, and analysis of issues happening in Liberia and the rest of the world. Focal TV, with check and balance, we break it as it unfolds. Focal TV, bringing you face to face with newsmakers in town. Focal TV, the best online platform in broadcasting. Focal TV, located at Topo Village, Somalia Drive, Liberia. Be the part and experience the best in online broadcasting. Keep Focal.
Okay, welcome back, folks, wherever you are watching us from. Happy New Week. Remember to stay positive and good things will happen. So we now commence our final discussion for today in our presentation from our news sources. We have here in studio only the BBC News. So I'm going to be giving headlines and the news details. So Niger coup junta shuts SPS fighting military intervention threat. Niger coup junta shuts SPS citing military intervention threat. Niger coup leader have closed the country's airspace until further notice, citing the threat of military intervention from their neighbors. Fighting attack website 24 is showing that there are currently no aircraft in Niger's skies. The West African group of countries, ECOWAS, had earlier warned it could use force if President Mohamed Bazoum was not reinstated by 12 GMT on Sunday. A junta spokesman says Niger's armed forces are ready to defend the country. Mr. Bozouan was detained on 26 July, and Jean Armitage, commander of the Presidential Guard, later proclaimed himself as the new leader. The military takeover has been internationally condemned, including by former colonial power France and the rest of the European Union, as well as the United States of America. Reading a statement on the national television Sunday, the representative from Niger junta said they had information that a foreign power was preparing to attack Niger. After a crisis meeting in Nigeria, ECOWAS military chiefs said on Friday they had drawn up a detailed plan for the possible use of force. All the elements that will go into any eventual intervention have been worked out here, including the resources, the how and when we are going to deploy force, said Fatu Musa, ECOWAS Commissioner for Political Peace and Security. And he added that we want diplomacy to work, and we want this message clearly transmitted to them. Niger junta that we are giving them every opportunity to reverse what they have done. ECOWAS is a regional trading bloc of 15 West African countries, including Nigeria, Senegal, Togo, and Ghana. The coup leaders seem to be showing no sign of willingness to cede power, and on Sunday, thousands of their supporters railed differently and defiantly at a stadium in Niger capital, Niamey. Two of Niger's neighbors, Burkina Faso and Mali, earlier warned they would treat any outside military intervention in Niger as a declaration of war against them. Burkina Faso and Mali are both ECOWAS members, but have been suspended from the bloc since being taken over by the military. Niger is a significant uranium producer, a field that is fast for nuclear power, and under Mr. Bozouan was a key Western ally in the fight against Islamist militants in West African Sahel region. This is how we close up on our news segment for today. Kielina Topa, my appreciation goes to you and to our viewers who are watching us live within Liberia and that of the diaspora. We appreciate you for your efforts, your time, and your commitment to always be with us from Monday to Friday as it relates to information concerning our country, Liberia. So this morning we have our viewers who are watching. Asking their comments in our comment section. Pour dollar, build hope, and trash it. Never build hope and you trash it. That's a motivation this morning for me. So never build hope and trash it. So here, leading so far, um we have this key discussion that is going on as it relates to the aspect of non-violence during our campaign period and our whole electoral process. Remember, violence is an act that is not okay for us as citizens of Liberia. Looking at our past, where we were before and where we are presently, it's time that we take a stand. It's time that we preach the message of peace. So, looking at the incident or looking at the situation with our former president, President Ellen Johnson, former President Ellen Johnson, she spoke at a women, I think, occasional program with Lima Bowie President. They were really prompt. They were sincere in their conversation as it relates to non-violence come October 10th polls. So I'm joining my voices with these great women to say let's break the silence. Let's break the silence for preach peace and respect each political parties. Let's break the silence, respect peace, and all political parties. So please, Liberia is what we have. Liberia is all we have. And because of that, we must protect the peace that we have within our country, Liberia. Do away with your emotions, do away with your self gain. Let us put Liberia first. You going on the streets of Monrovia the day that campaign was officially opened and taking an opposition standard bearer picture and putting on a casket was not really called for. That doesn't show peace. That doesn't show that we are aiming for peace. It just show our level of violence. Remember, violence is not only the act that we do, there are many different forms of violence. So you cannot, I mean, you don't have to be harsh. You know who you want to vote for, go and vote for them. You want to parade. But let's protect the peace we have in our country. To not do things that will invoke other people's emotions or that will provoke other people to do things that they shouldn't be doing. So do your campaign. Why the person is still living, I can see this, to right? The Senate Bureau of the Unity Party, Pastor Joseph Imapwaka is still alive. What does that show? You're taking someone, it doesn't even show love. It doesn't show love. It doesn't show no reflection of love. You take someone picture all in the name of politics. I think this is something that we all need to start. If you are a partisan of the CDC, stay being a partisan of the CDC, do the right thing. If you are a partisan of the Unity Party, do the right thing. You want to campaign, go and campaign, but let peace be our message. And I'm really congratulating Jefferson Koji for the splendid measure he took recently and quickly, and that of Eugene Nangwe. I think they rebuked the act, they rebuked the act, and they are saying that is not called for. Even a standard bearer of that political party is not that type of person, and that is not his vision. So they are not in competition with anybody. They are in competition with the Liberian people. So I think Tokwa, you want to say something?
Yeah, I really wanted to comment on. I want to really comment on that particular aspect, especially with the issues about electoral violence. Um, so it was on Saturday. The campaign officially kicked out as per the timetable produced by the National Elections Commission. So even prior to that, we we had this discussion, this brilliant discussion on the platform, speaking to some of the contenders in these elections. One of the persons we spoke with was Cornelia Crow, who happens to be a representative candidate from the opposition Unity Party, Princess Gateway candidate, and a very major stakeholder in District 13, and the Brokadala, who happens to be the CEO and a presumptive candidate, presumptive representative, aspiring, even though he's not contesting in this election. But here is it. My attention has been drawn to the fact that uh, one of the parties that should be championing these issues about peace is supposed to be the coalitions for democratic change. But at the same time, while some of their members or some of their leaders are championing the issues about peace, I think it will be prudent enough for them to be able to sensitize their partisans so that their partisans do not come in conflict with the very message or go against the very message they are preaching. The act exhibited by some seditions and other people uh, on the start of the campaign is very unfair and very unpatriotic. And it is about time. It is about time that we all Liberians, regardless of our political status, need to strongly condemn that particular actions exhibited by people believed to be civilians and of supporters of the coalitions for democratic change. So it was good. It was prudent. It was very wise that the campaign manager and the the Secretary General of the Mighty Coalitions of Democratic Change put up a statement condemning the acts. So it's back to you. That is just what I wanted to say. So it's back to you.
So it's not just putting up a statement, it's also working that the next time it will not be repeated. Because you see, when you sometimes people will say, oh, that is just a murder. They finish doing that action, then they can't cover it. So I believe in their words. But it should show next time in their actions. that they are sorry, they condemn the act, so measures should be played that next time those who always doing this will not be able to do that again.
Yeah, I think CDC, the fact that they are now driving the national agenda of the country, I think there should be a display of high level of maturity because when they were in opposition, they did nothing of such. But it is good that some of their leaders are now trying to regiment to institute more order and tell their partisans that, oh, what you did on the start of the activity is totally unpatriotic, it's not very fair, and you guys need to refrain from those statements while we are, while we are in the electoral process, we shouldn't try to injure the peace of Liberia. And I think when you were reading one of the first one, I don't know whether it was the Daily Observer or papers that you read, it was Jefferson Coty who said, we cannot do anything to injure our peace. We should remember that our greatest competitor is the Liberian people.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I really admire the statement he made and trying to rebuke the very partisans of his party. You understand?
So they
So
are
if your bosses can rebuke you, you try to you try to refrain from your statement and you try to get on the right path.
So you try to refrain if your bosses will take actions. So this is just the first one they did. There should be an action. And there should be something that will tell you don't do that again. So it can be repeated because sometimes bosses just talk. They don't implement what they say. But it is our honest hope that this particular incident that occurred on Saturday, the day that camping was officially open, could be, seized, and all those who were part of this particular, campaign that Saturday or this on Saturday will resist from their attitude of, campaigning. So this is how we close up. Tomorrow, hopefully, we'll have some of our aspirants from district team here who will be talking about their campaign, who will be giving our campaign statement as it relates to violence in our country, Liberia. So thanks for watching. We apologize for the delay being aired here today. We apologize and we say happy new week to you. Don't forget to stay positive and keep things happy. This is how we close up. Have yourself a nice day. I am your presenter on the daily edition of Inside Bitcoin Media, and my name is Berfina Sipa. Here with my co-presenter,
Lyndon Toba.
here Lyndon Topa, and we are saying have a blessed day at work, at your businesses, at church, whatever you be doing at school. And thanks for watching Focal Online TV, the daily edition of Inside the Media. Remember, Focal TV brings innovation to broadcasting. Thanks for watching.
Focal TV. Bringing you innovation to broadcasting, news, views, comments, and analysis of issues happening in Liberia and the